We've already learned why the AED is important and what it does. Now it's time to learn how to use it, then practice the steps with a trainer unit. Remember the basic steps for AED use? Turn on the AED, follow AED prompts, resume chest compressions immediately after the shock or if no shock advised. If you can remember that, then you're almost ready to use the AED. A common question is, when do I use an AED? That depends on the situation and if the victim is an adult or a child. For an adult victim, use the AED immediately, as soon as it is available. Let's look at how to use the AED. Place the AED near the victim's head. Power on the AED. Some will turn on automatically when you lift the cover. Open pads cartridge. Follow AED prompts to attach pads to victim's bare skin. Pads have diagrams for placement. Look at the pictures on the pads. Peel the first pad from the backing and stick to the victim's skin. Peel the second and stick to the victim's skin as well. Press the pads firmly to the skin if prompted. Stop CPR so the AED can analyze the rhythm and determine if a shock is needed. Clear the victim. State loudly, "Clear." Check to see that no rescuers or bystanders are touching the victim or their clothes. Press the shock button if prompted. Some AEDs will shock automatically. Resume chest compressions immediately. Do not stop CPR unless the victim begins to move. The AED prompts you to stop CPR or help arrives and is ready to take over. The lone rescuer will have to stop CPR to apply the pads and use the AED. If a second rescuer is available, they turn on the AED and connect the pads while the first rescuer performs CPR. The AED will automatically analyze for a shockable rhythm every 2 minutes. Rescuers should switch roles each time the AED prompts them to stop CPR. Immediately resume compressions after the shock. If a victim is older than 8, always use adult AED pads and settings. For a victim younger than 8, use pediatric pads, a key, or switch. Make sure the pads don't touch each other. If it is not available, use adult pads and settings. Now, why don't you give it a try? You might be shocked at how easy it is.